Thrilled to welcome back to the podcast a rising Canadian tennis sensation who just played in her first main draw at Wimbledon, where she upset the 25th seed in the opening round. Vicky Mboko, thanks for joining me today again on Matchpoint Canada.
Thank you for having me. It's always nice to sit and chat with you.
Well, listen, every time you're on here, things are going really well, it seems,
Yeah.
because we usually don't have guests on more than once a year. So the fact that you're here already twice in 2025 means obviously really good things are happening to you.
Yeah. It's been a roller coaster, but no, it's always great to come back home, even to have like times like these where I'm off, and yeah, it's been pretty pretty cool overall.
You said to me just before I hit record that it's been really busy since you've gotten back home to Burlington.
Yeah.
What kind of things have been maybe a little bit busier than usual for you, and how come?
Yeah, well, I mean, when I'm home, I'm not really home that often. So whenever I do come home, I kind of have to catch up on all my like appointments and like doctor's appointments, physio appointments, like so many things, even maybe not even regarding tennis that like I just have to catch up on and only require me to be home to complete those. So yeah, it's always good to get those done, and then
I,
I'm
I
back
thought
on
you
my
meant
own for oh.
I thought you meant maybe you had like a big lineup around the block because all the kids in
No.
Burlington wanted autographs or something.
No, but I mean, even in Burlington, I feel like I'm it's kind of relaxed here too. It's not like people would recognize me or anything. It's not crazy, not so crazy over here, but it's always very peaceful and quiet.
Yeah,
So
well,
I like it.
just give it another few months or maybe a year or so and wait and see what it's like, I guess, with the way things are going for you. Um,
Yeah.
Congratulations on making a second consecutive Grand Slam main draw. You had a fantastic French
Thank
Open where
you.
you made the third round, and then a more interesting path to get to the second round of the main draw at Wimbledon. How
Yeah.
happy, first of all, are you with just your experience at these two back-to-back majors?
Yeah, so I mean, kind of looking back at it, since it all went really fast, I didn't really have time to process all of that. But I mean, those are my first two ever majors, so I feel really happy to have experienced that. It's every kid's dream to play in a Grand Slam, and the fact that I was able to compete in the both of the main draws of both slams, it's been really exciting, and honestly, I'm just so excited to keep playing more tournaments, and I mean, I've had a good result in the first one, in the first Grand Slam I played in the French Open, so that came really unexpected to me as well. But I mean, looking back at it, I feel really happy with it, and yeah, I think it gives me a little bit more confidence, especially my clay court game or different surfaces. So overall, it's a really nice feeling.
I mean, it's funny to me to hear you say that it's unexpected because I think some of us who are in the know, or definitely, my co-host Ben Lewis and I, when we were talking previewing the French Open, we said, "Hey, look out for Vicky Mboko because here's someone who may be flying under the radar. People don't know as well yet, but look at the start you had to the season. I forget how many wins before you had your first loss and multiple ITF tournaments. Are you
Yeah.
starting to realize that you're at this level and you can do damage at these tournaments?"
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, of course, I didn't really think I was gonna it was all relatively new to me, WTA tour and ITF, it's a very big jump, especially the level of players you're playing. Most of the players I compete against are top 100, so um being in the top 100, it's different than any other rank. So I always know I have to compete my best and bring out my best game. So I mean, I guess when I was starting off playing these kinds of competitions, I was like, oh, maybe like getting a win or two would be great for me, like, but as I start to play more of these matches, I kind of understand, like, I think I'd be okay to play against these girls. I think I can do it, and honestly, it's just a lot of self-belief for me, and I know what I'm capable of, but soon everything will come together, and I think it'll come a lot more normal to me since it's all still relatively new to me.
I'll bet. I'll bet. I'm sure your opponents aren't going to take for granted when they see your name in the draws
Yeah.
either now. So that could also work against you a little bit because I think they're
Yeah.
going to be a little more ready now when they've seen what you can do. Let's talk about Wimbledon a little bit because it was certainly
Yeah.
a bizarre way to get
Very
into the main
bizarre.
draw. Maybe you can
Yeah.
tell us a little bit the life of a lucky loser, and I mean no offense by that term for any of the non
Yeah, no.
hardcore tennis fans listening, but you lose in qualifying against Priscilla Hahn after taking the opening set and then a hard fought tiebreak in the second set.
Yeah.
So one moment you're like feeling like these lows, thinking that your Wimbledon experience is over before it even really gets quite started. Tell us then where things went from there and how you found your way and how you found out that you were going to be playing in the main draw after all.
Yeah, so, if anyone who's watching doesn't know, the qualifying of Wimbledon is at Roehampton, which is on a different site. So, the qualifications for Wimbledon, I think, may feel a little bit more intense and, like, nerve-wracking just because everyone wants to make it to the main site of Wimbledon. The main site is incredibly beautiful, and, it's a completely different experience than the qualies. So, yeah, I mean, playing the final round, I was obviously very nervous playing, and I had a lot of opportunities in the last round of qualifying, but when I lost, of course, I was very, disappointed and upset, Wimbledon is a very prestigious tournament for everyone, so, that's the one tournament if you wanna qualify for it, you will really wanna qualify. So, when I kinda figured out about the lucky loser, I was 2nd on the list for lucky loser, so there was one girl ahead of me, and, we were able to go on site and, kind of practice there and eat food and everything, just like a normal main draw player, but you're there just waiting for someone to pull out, basically.
Right.
So, being 2nd lucky loser, I was kind of iffy about it. I was like, "Oh, I don't know." Like, even if someone pulls out, you're still 1 out. So, I really didn't expect it at all. So, yeah, I think it was on the 2nd day of the first because they split the top half and the bottom half, and, I was just hanging around in the 2nd day, not thinking I was gonna play at all, and, I was actually eating lunch, and then I got a text message from one of the WTA, like, supervisors, kind of player relations people, and they were like, "Hey, Anastasia Potapova pulled out, and, you're you would fill in her spot if you're able to go," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready." Like, I ate really fast, I kinda rushed everything and got changed, and, they were like, "Okay, you got 2 hours," and, yeah, I did everything super fast, and I didn't really have time to process everything. So, yeah, and then I headed on court.
2 hours to prepare for your debut at Wimbledon. That's
Yeah,
insane.
and I went from not thinking I was really, like, in chilling mode, I did not have tournament mode in my head at all, and I did not feel well prepared at all, to be honest, but,
Were you stressing or were you able to kind of just take it in stride and stay cool?
yeah, well, I wasn't stressing at all because everything kinda happened so fast that I really didn't have time to, like, stress about it, like, it was all, like it didn't really feel legit, like I was playing a match right now. So, I think even when I was playing my match, I was so relaxed and so calm that, like because I didn't expect I was gonna play a match, so, yeah, I really didn't feel any nerves, no nothing.
And then you
Yeah.
find out you're playing not just any player in the draw, but you're playing the
Yeah.
25th seed as well on top of that. So
Yeah.
how much extra, satisfaction do you take out of, hey, your Wimbledon debut and you knock off a seed right away?
Yeah, I mean, she's also a really great player. I think she's also really good on grass. So, I think when I had them in my mind that I was a lucky loser, I was like, okay, even if someone pulls out, like whoever you're gonna play, it's gonna be one really tough opponent anyways. So, I kind of just put in my head just to go out there and play your best tennis, not even thinking that I was at a grand slam or anything just because I was so rushed to do everything, so I think I think it helped me play better, honestly, because I just didn't have much going on up here.
It's a great story, and, then,
Yeah.
of course, you come up against a tough player in the second round, Haley
Yeah.
Baptiste. What
Yeah.
what problems did she pose for you, and what was different between your first round match and then that second one?
Oh, yeah, I mean, Haley, she's a very unique player as well. She's able to throw in a lot of variation and, kind of throw you off rhythm a little bit, and I think that's what she does a really good job at, and I do give her a lot of credit. I feel like she can kinda do everything. So, I think well, she plays a very different game than, Magdalena Frek, and maybe I wasn't really prepared to do to play against someone like her or her type of game, especially on grass. Haven't played on grass in 3 years too, so
I was going to
I
ask
feel
you how
yeah.
long it's been. That's quite a time
It's been
between
a
matches.
while. It's been a while. So and I didn't really have any warm-up tournaments, so it was just there you go on, and the only experience I had was on the qualifying round. So yeah, I mean, a lot to learn, honestly. I'm really happy that I kind of got these matches in on grass because it's been a while, and I mean, grass it's only a couple tournaments in the whole year. It barely lasts the season. So yeah, but I mean overall I feel really happy that I got to experience something like that, and like it's a lot of learning lessons to come from it, but a lot of positives as well.
I'll bet. Did you get any Wimbledon souvenirs to bring home as a memento of your first time there?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I'm always really crazy about the Grand Slam towels. To get to I mean, we use only Grand Slam towels at home, so that's also really nice, and I think, Wimbledon, they gave all the players £250 in, in
Towels.
credit or no,
Oh, credit.
in credit, like, like, I guess, a gift card to spend at the Wimbledon shop.
I was gonna say 250 pounds of towels. That'd be a lot of towels.
Oh, no, the yeah.
So what do you got now? French Open towels, Wimbledon towels. You still need your U.S.
Yeah.
Open ones later this summer.
Yeah. The collection is slowly is slowly
It's
building
getting
up.
there.
It's
Yeah.
getting there.
How about the surface changes? Within a month, you're going from clay to grass and now transitioning to get ready for
So
the hard court
hard.
summer swing. How difficult is that for a player, especially one like you who maybe doesn't have as much experience going from one to the other to the other?
Yeah, I mean, I really understand why it's especially after French Open. I didn't really play any tournaments. I kind of went from French Open to Wimbledon. So I think it's obviously the surface changes are very different, but you know, it's a part of the game, you know, everyone kind of has to go through the same thing, and the changes that though, like, even though I'm coming back to hard, but I feel like clay and hardcore is something I've been used to my whole life. I feel like grass is just the only one that's kind of bizarre in the equation, but I really don't feel that much discomfort switching back to hard. That's what I've grown up on and what I'm used to. So I feel like I'm always able to adapt. Maybe just a couple practices will do the trick. And but yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying it. I really don't mind like all the switches and everything.
Well, if you're switching surfaces that much, it means something's going right, obviously, with your game because
Yeah.
you're playing a whole lot of these big tournaments.
Yeah.
Um, what's the summer schedule looking like? Obviously, we've got the U.S. Open at the end of it all, and the National Bank
Yeah.
Open, which you've received a main draw wild card into. So
Yeah.
congratulations for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
What other tournaments leading up to those two big ones?
Well, right now I'm signed up to play Washington DC, and then after that would be Montreal, but potentially Cincinnati as well. I haven't really looked into that to the tournament right before US Open yet, but for now I think it's Montreal's obviously guaranteed, and potentially I'm looking to play Washington soon. And yeah, but we'll see after that where we go.
I remember how excited you were 3 years ago when you got your qualifying direct entry wild
Yeah,
card in
I was super
Toronto.
happy. Yeah.
And now here you are. I mean, 3 years later, you're getting a main draw wild card. Your rankings into the top 100. I think live ranking 85th in the world after Wimbledon. How much excitement heading into your, I don't say your hometown tournament because it's in Montreal this year, but your home
Yeah.
country tournament, knowing that you're a lock to play the main draw.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's very exciting for me. I'm super excited for that. I've actually never seen Montreal during the National Bank Open. I want to know what it kind of looks like because I grew up in Toronto, and I've always as a child gone to the Toronto site, and I remember I loved it so much, but I can only imagine how great the Montreal one is too, and I feel like there's a lot of tennis fans in Montreal as well. So I'm very excited to even be playing in the main draw there, and obviously playing in front of the your home country crowd is very great too, especially when you're playing against top players and having the fans come and support you. So yeah, I'm super excited, and I mean I'll see what it brings that week, and yeah.
They're going to be super excited to have you there. I'm from Montreal myself originally, so that
Oh
tournament
yeah.
is, the one I grew up going to all the time, sort of
Yeah.
like you in Toronto. And
Yeah.
the different it's funny the differences between the two cities in general, but
Yeah.
tennis fans in Montreal are super passionate. It
Exactly.
almost feels like a European type crowd, and so
Kind of.
I think you'll really enjoy it for sure.
Yeah.
Any talk yet of a doubles partner for the NBO? Has that been discussed?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've actually ever discussed it yet. I mean, I haven't even thought about it recently, but I guess maybe when they're announcing stuff, maybe I'll hear some stuff soon. I'm right there with you right now on that. I really don't know much about that either, but we'll
Well, if you're
see.
right there with me, I'm really sorry to hear that for your sake.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know normally with the Canadians, either you see a couple of them pair up together, or they like to pair the young Canadians possibly with like a big name WTA player. Um, However you go about it, I'm sure there'll be a spot there for you. Do you like playing doubles? I know you've played quite a bit with Kayla Cross in the
Yeah,
past.
I've played quite a bit, but I mean, I feel like recently, I haven't been playing really a lot of doubles, and that's exactly why I just haven't been really thinking about it because I think I can't remember the last match I played in doubles, but of course it'd be really nice to play the doubles as well. But yeah,
See what happens.
we'll see what happens.
Hey, I gotta ask you unscripted here, but as I look at the bottom left-hand side of your
I
screen,
know.
I see this furry little orange.
It's my
Yeah.
dog. She keeps like popping her head in,
Oh,
but
there
like
we go.
she's just
I wasn't sure if it
she's
was a dog or a cat, to be honest. I just saw the ears.
yeah.
So, okay,
Oh
mate,
no, she keeps
give a proper
yeah.
introduction for people who are
Okay,
like,
well, this is Ivy. Sometimes she comes to the tournaments, but lately she's been home and she's really calm. She's just laying beside me right now. She's squirming a little bit, but
well, it's the first
yeah.
canine I think we've ever had on Match Point
Oh
Canada. So
really?
yeah, there
Okay,
you go.
well, this
Yeah.
here she is.
Although we have seen plenty of pups at the tournament before. I know Bianca used to bring
Yeah.
Coco quite a bit, and a few others there too. Ostapenko had her pup in one of those little cases
Yeah.
the last time the
Yeah.
win here in
Maybe
Toronto.
she'll come out to Montreal this year. I don't know. Maybe if she I don't know. She's not enjoying the heat so much right now, but we'll see. Maybe she'll make an appearance there too.
Hey, tell me as we get ready to wrap up here, Vicky. And I
Yeah.
thank you again for making the time for us. But your rise this year in the rankings and the success that you've had, is this surprising to you, or is this what you thought could happen once you got healthy and were able to really, get your progress going as a professional player?
Yeah, well, I mean, I always believe that I can do it. I mean, being top 100 is I think is a goal for a lot of people, especially who are playing consistent tournaments in a year, but I just never to answer your question, I think both, to be honest. I never expected to do it that fast. I always thought eventually I could do it, but in 2025, if you would have asked me if I could do it this year, I would have probably told you no. But, yeah, I mean, everything is since everything's come so fast, I've just been learning to appreciate it all, appreciate the hard work and, like, all the tournaments and playing WTA. It's such a new world for me, and, I'm glad that I've been able to accomplish something like this. But, I mean, moving forward, of course, I always wanna improve and get better and I like you said, I was 85. I think I'm 85 in the live rankings, but it'd be nice to move up. I'm always just looking ahead. And although I feel like I had a pretty good start of the year, I leave the past in the past and I always look ahead to the future and what the future can bring for me. As long as every day I'm improving, every day I'm healthy and happy, I think that's what's most important. And I guess the results will come through and the ranking will come through and everything will just follow.
Jesus, said like a player who's been around for many, many years, the way you're talking. So it's great to hear that, and we're so happy for you. And hey, you're the second
Thank
ranked
you.
Canadian female right now behind Leilani Fernandez. So that's something to be proud of as well, I
Yeah.
would say. And look, have a great summer on the hard courts.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Ben and I won't be making Montreal this year. We're covering the men's event in
Uh,
Toronto as it
yeah.
worked out. but we'll be in touch, and hopefully a
Perfect.
third appearance later this year to talk about some other big milestone that you've been able to achieve.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's always great.
Anytime. Thanks, Vicky.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching us at Matchpoint Canada. If you like our work, follow along, hit the subscribe button below.